This video sponsored by Value Testers. Great promo offer on Testo, Fieldpiece, and Bacharach. Free 2-day shipping on purchase of $200 or more on selected seasonal testing equipment. Link in description below. This video sponsored by Interplay Learning. Simulation-based step-by-step service testing procedures. Beginning to advanced courses available. A fun and entertaining way to advance your skills. Limited time discount. Link and promo code in description below.
Some 2x2 square stock, and I got some 1.5 pipe. What I'm gonna do is I did cut a pipe to fit inside the groove there, and I got this piece of 2x2 angle. That's the same length of that pipe there. I'm gonna put right here and see how it's gonna attach. I'm gonna bring square stock. I'm gonna fish mount the square stock right onto that and come straight over, and it's gonna, weld right into this. And I'll bring one on the other end, same thing. But I gotta fish mount it to go over that 1.5 inch, so I'll be able to weld it. Then what I'm gonna do is, when it comes over underneath, I'm gonna run another one right in line with these, right? And so we could bring these pistons down and pick it up, just like this one is. See the way this one is? This one comes over, it's gonna go all the way to the plow on the end, and then the piece on the bottom comes over with some of these here to pick up the plow. That's how it's gonna work. And I could add more if I wanted to stabilize it, but I got plenty of bar, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna work on getting that out of there and getting those fish mounts and cut the length I want. I might have to trim this. I'm not sure if this is gonna go directly into it or not. I wanna have it pretty much. It's probably gonna come straight down right into it, whatever the angle is. I'm not too concerned about that. We'll try to get you some shots as I go here. So them 2 pistons are gonna pick the plow up and down, and then I have to get another hose to connect into here. So I'll have 2 that'll swivel it this way. So I do have a washer that's pretty much the same size as that. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do here for the fish mouth. How far in, and then get my plasma cutter and cut this both sides, then cut this to length, and figure out what I gotta do here. Something like that, and then we'll try it. We'll make a cut, and then we'll see how the pipe fits. That's probably the best way. Alright guys, what I did was I measured up 1/2 inch, and then I put the washer on there. So it's gonna be pretty close to fitting where I want it. I might have to bang it a little bit. And then I measured over 20 inches. I'm gonna make 2 pieces like that, and then I'll get my plasma cutter out here, and we'll cut this. We'll fish mount these, get it on the pipe. Sitting in the trackless, I could see the plow fine. I mean, it's gonna be fine right there. That's a good spot for it. Now, I don't want to go out too far, and then have all kinds of. It'll be fine right there. I'm sitting right here. I can see it. I can see what's going on. I can see the edges. That's what's good about these windows. I can see the edges easy enough. A little crusty. So I got 2 20-inch pieces, and then one 23.5 that's going to go across the bottom, like I said, to pick it up where the dogs are going to go. So I'll just cut these and use the porta band. I got some new blades. Makes a nice square cut. Barrels here with a pallet on here to make like a little table. Just temporarily, you know. You could do it with a torch or a plasma cutter, but it makes a nice cut this way. I got nice edges to work with, you know. I got my air coming in from the garage, and I got my power. I got a long cord that I could run for the 220 out here if I want to do something with this little plasma cutter. It's a little miller. It's a little miller machine. Works good, little plasma cutter. And I got my torch here, and I got the ground, so as long as I got this tight, I should be able to cut it easy enough. We'll see. Got my eye protection. You don't want to burn your eyeballs. That's not bad. Hit it with the hammer a little bit and we'll be fine. I'll be able to weld it up nicely. I'm going to have to tap it a little bit more. It's a little bit down the bottom here. Not rocket science, just, you know, as long as it's close. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, see, that fits in there nice. I got a little MIG welder. I'm gonna MIG it up, see how it works. It's one from Harbor Freight. I bought for the thin sheet metal. I'm gonna see how it works. Pretty damn good, you know? So we'll tack that back side and then we'll square it off. Pretty good. Not bad for this neighborhood. Guys, so I got the frame in there. I got it kind of tacked. And I got this tacked on here. And then I put this one along this. I cut these pieces off that were hanging out. You can see it's going to drop right in there. And I'll be able to weld it. Weld it here, weld it here, weld it here. I mean, that thing will be really good. And once I get it in, I can flip it up and weld it all around. But it'll be... You can see it's going to drop right in there, and then, you know, these will actually come down. I could put flat plate in here. I got some 1/4-inch plate, and I could attach these right to the plate if I wanted. And I could put, you know, put something over here and it'll come across if I wanted. A couple of angle iron, I might do that. Some angle iron with some pieces coming up, reinforce it. What I gotta do is take it all out and weld it. That's the way the other one is, if you can see the way the other one is. If I measured from here to the, you know, from here to where it's basically 16 inches is where them other dogs were that I gotta hook up to pick up that thing. You know, 16 is actually where this plate is. So I might be able to just attach something right to that plate. Right to this. Roll something right to that, come right up, because that's where the other ones were, 16. And then these pistons will come out on a little bit of an angle. Down to that. I'll probably attach my stuff right to that flat. There's angle iron there, I think. The angle iron? No, that's flat plate, but that's pretty thick. That's like maybe 3/16. No, that's probably 1/4-inch plate there or something. Might be able to attach my stuff right to that. But that's what it's so far. That's the way it's going together. I could take this out and weld this all up now, because that's gonna drop in. That's gonna drop in place, right? That's gonna drop right in place, and then I could weld it. Weld this frame all up good. I gotta finish welding everything up, but I think it's gonna work out well. Well, it works really good. I didn't have this in all the way, so it wasn't getting the gas from the back. You can see, I didn't have that in all the way. There was a little gap there, and I was trying to figure out why I had so much porosity, and that's why. But I got this straightened out. It's working better now. Nice little machine, man. Very nice. Quick. A little downhill action. A little downhill action, Mom. Once I figure out where I need to put my settings and my temperature, I'll be better off, you know. Alright guys, I got it in there. I put some flat metal across here and I jacked it up, and it's all, I just put some tacks in it for now. I still have to do these perches yet, these risers coming off of this somehow. I'm not sure yet, but I welded the frame all up. The frame's all welded up good, and then this is gonna get, you know, welded all the way across. Same thing with that one, all the way across, and then I'll weld down in here. I'll weld the shit out of it. But for now, I'll probably do is tomorrow morning, Saturday tomorrow, I'll probably work on it tomorrow and do these braces coming off of here for picking this up. Then I'll have to pull it out and either to back the trackless up, and I can stand it up and weld it all up. Stand this thing right up, weld it all up. I gotta do something about stanchions like this. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It's a 1-inch hole. So that's the next thing I gotta do. Right in the middle of that plate somewhere. Somehow. I might weld this all up and then put a whole nother layer of plate in there. I got some nice plate. I might double it up. Weld that up, then put a big piece of plate in there. I don't know yet. We'll see. Gonna work out just great. I mean, it's gonna be fine. It's coming directly off of that, and this is right in line. This is nice. This is right in line the whole way. So we'll get that thing packed up, and we'll do some more tomorrow. I don't have it attached yet, nothing, but that's how it's gonna work. These dogs come down and hold it in place. See all them dogs go and lock into place like that. Same thing with this side. That dog in there. So they come down and it holds it right in place. Then to release it, you just push these down. See those levers lift up? And you push this bolt in to get it out, both sides. I think I did pretty good today. I think it's coming out okay. So, I'm gonna show you what I made a little template here. I got a couple of pieces here. So what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be putting downward pressure on this with these coming down. But this is flat plate here, and this is a square stock, so that can take a load, and then this is right on this L angle line. Once this is all welded, this can take a load, and that can take a load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some flat plate, a couple of pieces of flat plate, cut like this, and I'll put, I'll be able to weld that right on there like that, right? Like that. I'll be able to weld this along the bottom, along the back, and then I'll be able to, weld this down here all the way around, and then I'll have, have a little gap between there, and I got a piece of pipe, 1-inch pipe that I'm gonna put. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be 4 pieces. So when I'm doing the downward pressure, it'll come right down on here and right on that square stock. I mean, I could have did it a different way, but this is the best way I found. You'll see when I get it all together what it's gonna look like. It'll be good. That's what I'm doing. I got another line on the trackless I'm gonna get off a buddy of mine. It's in real good shape. So this is 1/4 inch. You can see I marked it. I marked it, and I marked it, and I marked it. And I gotta cut it out with my plasma cutter. I'll try to get you some shots. Alright guys, the ones I'm going to use as a set, I clamped them together. And I made sure that, you know, it's nice and ground. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of, I'm going to cut this. That's going to have to get cut in somewhere like that. And then weld it in. So that's going to go, that's going to bridge across the two. That piece of pipe's going to be cut and put in there. And I'll do is I'll clamp these two together. I did clean them all up. I'll clamp these two together and then I'll round that off, make sure it's a nice fit. And I'll decide on what I'm going to do with this, where I'm going to cut that and make them holes. There ain't no rocket science, mama. Alright guys, so I got it all tacked. I had to grind it down a little bit, but I welded outside, I welded on the inside. I gotta weld up, you know. I just got it tacked on there for now. I'm gonna bring these down and see how it fits. You know, I gotta take it all apart and weld it all up yet, but just wanna see how it fits on there. Let me start up the trackless and pull these pins out, get these down inside there. I want to see how that fits before I weld it up. I just got it tacked. I'll have to put a little bit more snot on there first before I lift it, but that's going to be fine. Good. You know, I gotta take it all apart and weld it up now, but I still gotta get the other hoses for side to side, but that's not bad. What I can do is disconnect it now and get it out of here and weld it all up. So all I have to do is weld it all up. I stood it up for now. You know, it's obviously the pistons, one piston's more than the other right now till I get the hoses hooked up on the... But all I gotta do is weld it all up. Should be fine. I just, like I said, on Sunday afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock, I'm gonna pick up for now, and maybe next weekend I'll weld it all up, everything, give it a good paint job. I'm gonna weld all this up, you know, weld everything up really good, marry it all together. And, I think that's gonna work out fine like that. You know, once it's all welded up and painted and everything, it'll be nice. I said it's a little bit of an angle because one piston is more than the other, because I ain't got the connections for this yet. I gotta get the proper hoses. I gotta get another hose and get the connections to hook up over there so I could you know, use the levers. Either I can hook it up to these two connections or these two connections. Looks like one of these rams is different than the other. The way this is coming down. This ram seems to be a little bit different than this one. But I'm going to be getting another trackless. Buddy of mine's got one. It's a newer one, and it needs drive shafts. It needs a couple of pistons, and I'm going to take the stuff off of this one and put it on that one. It's a much better unit. It's a turbo diesel. This one doesn't have a turbo on it. It's not rotted like this one. It's got air conditioning. Same kind of tires, so this will be like a spare unit probably for my other one. I'm gonna get a better one. I can fix this one, but it's just a lot of work. Be cheaper just to get the other one, and got a good foundation. You know, it's a AC. It's a better shape. It's not as rotted out. And if I need a pump or hydrostat or anything, I got everything on this one. Spare motor. Well, let me pick up all my stuff. The workbench I've been working out here with.